Lakers fans, you deserve better. 17 championships. The Lakers won their first championship in 1949. Then in 1950, 1957, 53, 54, 72, 80, 82, 85, 87, 88, 2000, 2001, 2002, 09, 2010. The 2021, I put an asterisk next to that. Boston and LA are the two most prestigious teams in the history of the NBA with 17 titles in between. They tied at 17 titles. When you look at the Lakers Hall of Famers, you got Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, George Mikan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Jerry West, Shaq, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And it's still even more people that'll be in the Hall of Fame besides those. When you look at Boston, Bill Russell, Bob Cousy, Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, John Havlicek, Sam Jones, and Rondo. We talking about the two most prestigious teams in the league. They did so much for the league. One on the West Coast, one on the East Coast. Made a perfect rivalry and had great players that was always fighting to compete. And they wanted those championships. Now, when you look at the Lakers right now, the situation with LeBron, I'm pretty sure that it's young kids that they don't care. They like it. And they probably got the Space Jam bootleg movie that he made on a poster above their bed. But for the adults that actually grew up playing basketball in the streets on concrete, getting scraped legs and knees and just hop back up and you balling, then you go home and you watching some of the greatest you ever seen playing on that court. They getting rings. The game wasn't soft like it is right now. Back then, players would hard foul each other, throw a couple of punches, they'll separate them up, and then they'll just go right back to playing. It was a whole different era to where a lot of men, older men, looking at this game like, man, it done got so soft. And speaking of soft, what's a bubble? You could pop a bubble with a feather if you wanted to. The bubble championship with the Lakers, I'm not the only one that agrees, but that was Fugazi. Fugazi, whatever you want to call it. That wasn't a proper championship. The whole league got shut down for 4 months. And then they randomly decide to start off again after 4 months, but most of the players were just sleeping on the couch, laying around, dealing with their families, and at the same time, they were worried about the whole COVID situation. Then when you look at how the whole bubble was, it was foolishness. No traveling, no road games, no crowd noise. But it was a team that knew what was going on when the whole bubble ring thing was going on, and they were training where everybody else didn't know what was going to happen. So, you can look who that team is, and you can guess if you got any type of intelligence with you. Man, it was like a complete disadvantage for pretty much every other team. You dealing with social media, you dealing with social distances. Man, that ring was bogus. Now, this in-season tournament, it was a new play at the beginning of the season when everybody knows that the season really don't start to after Christmas. That's like the first step up. The second step up is after the All-Star game. And after that, it's kill or be killed in the ring. The in-season tournament in November was an attempt to grab viewers and also put more on LeBron's legacy. because he wants to be considered as the greatest so bad, despite what he executes in the league and what the league tries to do for him and the strings that Nike pull. It just won't happen. He won't be that. It's it's just sad on what the Lakers then became one of the greatest teams ever. And the whole time that LeBron been there, he got a bubble ring in the middle of a pandemic after the league was shut down for 4 months. That was messed up. And then after that, he gets this in tournament banner. Like, what was that? A lot of people really didn't even understand how the rules of the game went because it was different from regular basketball, but some type of way this submits you as one of the great. Like, no, like, no, like everybody wasn't even swing at. You can't do something like that like 3 months into the season and run a tournament and all that. And then the Lakers, I swear, the Lakers. It's people that's listening to this right now. As soon as they came out the womb, their moms or their dad probably put them in a Lakers blanket. They'll probably sit there as their dad or their mother was feeding them with a Lakers game playing. When the Lakers were winning all those championships, the kid was happy, clapping his hands, doing cartwheels. Then that kid grew up to be a teenager, and the Lakers were still winning. And then they grew up to be an adult, and they had children, and the Lakers were still winning with integrity. And then all of a sudden, you get LeBron that come there, and all of a sudden they got to put murals up, which they freaking spray painted over. And then on top of that, it's like the cheat code. You got to constantly switch the team up, switch the team up. More superstars. I need help. I need help. Man, it's sad. That banner that they put up, man, they can bring that back to the store. Nobody respect that. It's bogus.